Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual
Bitcoin has now almost overtaken
all-time high this week of $900. Now, at its peak, if you had have invested $1,000 a year in it, you have to...
Everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Wednesday. How's everybody doing? We're holding on, aren't we? We're holding on despite the dips. Yeah, we had a dip yesterday evening, and crypto recovered from it. Right back where we were on Monday, about the same price Monday during our live stream as well. So the summer of chop in crypto continues. Yes, we are chopping sideways again and again and again. And of course, why did this price drop yesterday? And especially on Bitcoin, why did it come down to that exact number? You guys know, if you've been watching me, I'll show you in a few minutes exactly what that was. A nice recovery today, but it's just back where we were. So that dip back to where we were, we need to get back up higher than the previous dip still, which is Bitcoin up over 59,000 and maybe even getting to 60. So Matt's asking if my mic is working. How about that? Is that better? See if that fixes the mic problem. Let me know. But that should be it. Awesome, Zach. Thank you. Yep. Just forgot to flip a switch. That's all right. Here we are. I'll clear it up. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about falling wedges and breakouts. And when are those breakouts going to happen? So let's get into it. I'll start with CoinMarketCap and Dogecoin, again, still holding strong here at number 8. Number 8, still below XRP, but well above Tron. And Toncoin has been continuing to drop, down 7.5% today. So it's about to drop below Cardano. So Ton and the Telegram whole mess continues. And Ton's going to drop out of the top 10 here probably this evening, is my guess. Cardano's not doing great either, but that's a whole nother story. So that's where we are. CoinMarketCap, our Kriss DCA portfolio, still over $17,000, up 56% overall, all-time profit. We need to get this back up over 100% profit, and then some. That'll be coming, all in good time. Crypto bubbles, they're really mixed. Overall, there tends to be a small green sentiment, but we have Ton and Not, of course, pullbacks, Rune pullback. And then we have two bubbles. We've got Matic and Paul, which are essentially the same thing. But we have two different bubbles for them today because today is the migration. There'll be no more Matic trading and everything will be Paul, Polygon, pull token, whatever you call it. But as if Matic already hadn't been getting hit real bad, now with the migration going on, it's even worse going lower. So there may come a time when people may want to start looking to load up on pull tokens, but I still think there's going to be a little more drop going on there. So Bitcoin sinks below 57K, Ethereum Doge tumble as crypto liquidations surge. So that's what we had yesterday. We had a big tech sell-off in the stock market. NVIDIA was down 10%. And today, NVIDIA actually dropped another 1.5 and is down so far, even in aftermarket trading today. NVIDIA just taking a big hit. Of course, the Department of Justice is looking into NVIDIA. That's not good. So their stock has crumbled, and because NVIDIA is such a big market cap, it just dragged the whole tech sector down with it. So that happens in stocks. Crypto kind of followed that a little bit, but again, we'll talk about the liquidations in just a few minutes. Dogecoin, well, Billy Marcus had something to say. It's like, can't wait to lose more money today, right? That's what Billy says. Can't wait to lose more money. But you don't lose unless you sell, right? And if you're selling out of fear, you're possibly missing out on some of the greatest gains you can imagine. So that is where people lose out. You're selling for a loss, and then you don't buy back in. Or if you do, you're chasing something that's already going up. So we'll look at that when we get to our falling wedge stuff. Overall, Doge, close ties with Ethereum threatens the meme coins recovery. It's not really close ties. It's sort of following some of Ethereum's performance, but there really aren't ties there between Doge and Ethereum anymore, because Ethereum changed to proof of stake. Dogecoin is still proof of work. Dogecoin has no plans to change to proof of stake and do some kind of bridge with Ethereum. So I don't know what's going on there. It's just Ethereum's just not trading that great right now, but then neither is Doge, and neither is most cryptocurrencies as well, except for Aave. Aave, we've been tracking over the past week or so, has been trading very well, and my bag of Aave is sweet, doing very well. Doge's open interest is also low, meaning there is less leverage trading going on with Doge right now. So I don't think that's a bad thing, an open interest. It's just like, just buy spot. Just buy Doge on the spot and hold until we see these big gains. If you're trading on leverage, you still have a good chance of getting liquidated when the next big dip happens, like we just had yesterday. That flushed out a lot of those leverage longs. And then, of course, running back up close to 10 cents this morning, flushed out some shorts too. So that trading is going to continue between the longs and the shorts. That is going to continue. So James Lavish also says on economic data, it shows that job openings are falling below estimates. Layoffs are increasing. And the futures show a 47% chance of a 50 basis point rate cut in September for the US Fed. So we're looking forward to that in 2 weeks. Yes, it's 2 weeks from today will be the announcement by the Fed at the FOMC about rate cuts. What will the rate cuts do to the markets? As we've seen, there'll be a lot of volatility that afternoon, and it'll go up and it'll go down, and people will be trading and possibly losing because they'll be doing some crazy leverage thing and they'll get wiped out. So that is most likely what's going to happen. We got 2 weeks to wait for that, but we've been targeting mid-September as a possible early breakout of the wedge. Although I still have been predicting more. It's going to be October, but things could get spicy. So we'll see what happens there. Let me drop down the corner. I forgot to drop down here so you can see everything here, because we're going to get to the good stuff here. Dogecoin price prediction, Doge eyes, 30-cent target. Yes, it's a 30-cent target amid the falling wedge formation. So here we go. We're going to talk wedges now. Wedges. One of them is from World of Charts. And what does World of Charts say? Well, think, look, on Doge, big falling wedge here. Big falling wedge. Consolidation within the falling wedge. If the falling wedge plays out, breakout can send it toward 30 cents. But he doesn't show that. He only shows like 20 cents on his chart. So a little off there, not quite 30. And I think he has it happening too soon. But this could essentially fall in line with FOMC, possibly. So this would be an early breakout of a falling wedge that World of Charts is saying could be, but I think it's going to play out a little later. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Ali says, hey, if you're a Bitcoin breakout trader, the main trend line you should be worried about, currently at 68K. Until this breaks, BTC dips may keep dipping. So Bitcoin, and this is on a weekly chart, is also in a falling wedge, different kind of wedge, with a downward sloping resistance line on the weekly. And so targeting up to 68K here as we go into like mid-September, that Bitcoin would have to break out of in order to keep it from continuing to bounce in this consolidation zone. So that's a tough one right now. On the weekly, because this was this morning when Bitcoin was down at 56.5 and Bitcoin's now at 58,000. So he posted that when Bitcoin was down here. So a little bit of a recovery for Bitcoin there, but still a long ways to go to get out of the red on the weekly and start turning to green. So Bitcoin, will it continue to go up, and will we have a green week? We'll see. We're only a few days into the week, so we could see this change, but we're nowhere near this resistance line there. And Mag says, look, zoom out a little more, go back to the beginning of 2023 and look at this upward sloping support line. This upward sloping support line here would look at possible continued, what Mags calls manipulation, and I've used that word a few times. But if the current support level fails to hold, we could see a retest of the long-term trend line support before expansion. So this would be really looking at 49K again. Could we see a further dip, revisiting 49K, just like we did here the other week? That wick down there came to 49K and back up. Could Bitcoin revisit that? So, we shall see. Dan Crypto says, since last week, Bitcoin has seen $3 billion in open interest wiped out. ETH lost almost 1 billion. Altcoins accounted for billions more combined. So what is going on there? Well, you guys who are regular listeners of mine, you know, it's all about liquidations. The exchanges and the market makers go and hunt the large leveraged trades. So what did we have yesterday? So let's look at it. Here's Bitcoin. Look, Bitcoin by 6 o'clock in the afternoon, there was no volume. Look at that. There's no volume. Where's the volume? Bitcoin was trading dead. Had a couple down ticks on the red. Some people bought a little bit, started to come up, but then it dumped. And Bitcoin dumped all the way down to 55,600. 55,600. So we go to our CoinGlass liquidation chart and we scroll down till we see what happened yesterday afternoon. And what do we find? Yesterday afternoon, let me get to that. These are all from this morning, early morning, and then late yesterday. And we come down to a large Bitcoin liquidation here. $2 million at 55.6. Right there. It was a $2 million long leverage trade on Binance that they wanted to wipe out. You talk about manipulation. Why 55.6? Why did Bitcoin go right down to 55.6 there? Well, that's it. That's it right there. And not only Bitcoin, but we also had ETH. ETH had a $2.94 million bet, $1 million trade on Binance. And they were hunting 23.57. So we go to the ETH chart. And look where ETH went to. It actually continued to drop lower once it hit 23.57. It dropped even lower. Took out that huge leverage trade. That's what this was. Those buying on dips bought the dip and the dip. And that buying brought the price back up, and that continued into this morning right up until noontime. Pretty good recovery. But all of that, it's just the chop. And what causes the chop? Taking out the leverage longs. And then as the trading recovers, a lot of you buying dips, right? And this eventually it comes roaring up, looks like a great move up, and then the shorts. The shorts come back, short it back down, but those first shorts, the real big ones, do get liquidated. And we see this morning all of this sea of red. Those are all shorts getting liquidated, are all these red trades we see here. Liquidation city. So that is what was going on. Now, meanwhile, with Dogecoin, if you remember on Monday when we were live, which was right around here. Here's where we were on Monday live, and we had one of our viewers who was asking whether he should buy Dogecoin right now. Dogecoin had come up, almost hit 10 cents, had retraced back down to 988 or so. And we asked the Magic 8 Ball. Remember that? If you guys were here on Monday, we asked the Magic 8 Ball whether Little Jet should buy Dogecoin now. And yeah, Joshua, don't use the 8 Ball today. Exactly. So I posted that clip on X Twitter. So if you follow me on X Twitter, again, I'm at Kriss on X Twitter. You follow me there, you'll see the clip of that from the live stream on Monday. And so Lil Jet was asking, should I buy more? And should he buy it now? And what did the Magic 8 Ball say? Magic 8 Ball said, My reply is no. So we said to the little jet, nope, now is not the time to buy. There's going to be another dip. Well, guess what happened? We had another dip. So little jet, if you're listening, hope you got some Doge down here in the 9.3s, maybe the 9.2s even if you're lucky, because that was a juicy price on the dip for Doge. Again, in this gift zone here in the green, right? We're getting the last bit of the Dogecoin gifts. And that was a nice one last night. That was a nice gift. So, little jet, let us know. Did you buy on the dip? So that happened. Gel says, look, day 190 of chop season. The previous summer chop lasted for 219 days. If you remember last summer from March to the middle of October, sideways. Of course, our sideways was like 26K, right? And we were buying in our Kriss DCA portfolio, we were buying Bitcoin. Of course, along with Doge and Jasmine and a bunch of others, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it was within this chop, 219 days. So far, 2024, we are in day 190. If this continues out to 219 days again, we'll be right around like the second week of October or middle of October again. Is that what we're looking at again? And is this going to become a summer pattern that we're going to follow summer after summer after summer? The old saying in stocks was, right, sell in May, go away. Buy back in September. If you had done that in crypto, that would have worked out pretty well this year. Because we can take a look at that. We can say, well, even for Doge, right? We can say on Doge, even if we sold in May, which was after March's high, that was right around 17 cents here, the top, selling May. You could sort of stick it in the middle somewhere, so maybe 16-cent Doge. Sell in May, go away at 16 cents, and then buy back in September down at 9 cents. That would have worked out pretty well. Sell in May, go away, take the summer off, falling wedge, buy back in at 9 cents. We can even scroll this back and see where we were last summer. If we had sold in May, Dogecoin would have been at 7.5 cents, about 7.5 cents last May. But when you buy back in September, you're buying back in here at 6 cents. So from 7.5 down to 6 cents. So 2 summers in a row, that has worked out. We can actually go back and see 2022, because you know what happened in 2022, right? Doge dipped down to 4.9 cents. Remember that? Sell in May, go away. Let's take a look at 2022. Well, Doge started at about 12 cents. 12 cents. May of 2022. And you buy back in September at 6 cents. From 12 cents to 6 cents. If you'd sold at 12 and bought back in at 6, you'd had twice as many Doge. So now we're looking at 3 years in a row. Sell in May, go away, buy back in September. But wait, Not done yet. Yes, 2021. You guys remember 2021, Dogecoin went up to 73 cents. 73 cents. Yes, low roller. This is where we are. 73 cents. Buy in or sell in May, go away. Let's say you didn't hit it right at the top. It was already falling and maybe you sold at 60, right? Maybe you sold at 60 cents. In September, you'd been buying in at about 24 cents. Or maybe a little bit later in September, mid-September at 20 cents. From 60 cents to 20 cents. You'd have had 3 times the amount of Doge on that deal. Sell in May, go away. Buy back in September. 2020 low roller? Oh, well, let's take a look. 2020. There was some juicy price action in 2020. That wouldn't have worked. Doge you would have been about even. Doge was at 0.0026, and you would have bought back in at 0026. That would have been the same. This was the TikTok pump right here in July. If you guys were around for Dogecoin in 2020, these were the TikTokers who were going to, everybody buy $10 worth of Dogecoin. Dogecoin will go to $1 and we'll all be rich. And Dogecoin went from 0.002 up to 0.005. So it more than doubled in price, but then it just sold off pretty quick. That was the TikTok pump right there, is what that was. So there you go. Sell in May, go away, come back in September, buy back in. That does seem to be a trend. I'm just saying that's history, and history does have a way of repeating, doesn't it? It has a way of repeating. So what does that mean overall and where we are? So El Crypto Prof Mustache, he says, look, we do these impulse waves. Impulse wave 2 has not happened yet. The banana zone. We're waiting for the banana zone to happen. And this is altcoins. This is all altcoins. That's what we're waiting for. And is that the breakout that's going to happen? And is it going to be this fall, as I have been predicting for well over a year, pointing to fall of 2024 as the big breakout? Because as we see on Doge, again, this is the wedge I have had really since I think I drew this in April, and it's all pointing to, well, really mid-September right now is right the point where the wedge ends. And in my September price prediction video, that's where I drew in some big volatility happening on Doge. And that's right when that FOMC meeting is happening as well. So everything for Doge is all pointing to what happens in 2 weeks. Now, I've predicted some up and down movement in the price of Doge, and I'm being a little bit bullish on the price coming up above 10 cents, maybe at about 10.2, rolling into FOMC. Right now, as we are on the 4th of September, Dogecoin has hit my white line right there. So 4 days into September, and my September price prediction is still on track. Again, just points of reference, that's all. Not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but it's a point of reference. So not only do we get Doge hitting my September price prediction, but we also get another gift for buying on the big dip. So that's what we got going on right now, guys. Summer chop just extends into September, probably for 2 more weeks. And then we see what happens. The Fed rate cut, is it going to be 25 basis points, 50 basis points? What's that going to do? There are some who've pointed to other rate cuts where the markets essentially have gone down, not up. But that down was only for a short period of time, and then the markets recovered and went up much higher. So, sorry, my cat is walking through my desk. What? I'm live, buddy. Now's not the time. Say hello to everybody. Hello, hello. You're good. Cat. No. Sorry about that, guys. So what's going on, guys? 25 basis points, most likely. Hardly a scratch. I know it really doesn't move the needle at all, does it? And that's what I've been predicting all along, is that the Fed's going to be very conservative. They're not going to make a big move. And it's going to be 25. Is the 25 going to be disappointing? Possibly. Will it cause the markets to dump? If it's already priced in, the markets should just go sideways then. But markets being what they are, they'll go up and down. So there will be up and down action. It happens every FOMC meeting. So DCA says, I think the breakout is imminent, just a matter of fact when this will all play out. That's what we've been targeting. We've been targeting. No breakout. Retail can't even afford groceries. But there's a lot of other retail that does have money, though. So that's what we'll be looking for. Yeah, I'm not going to compare to XRP. XRP has traded just so weird. And Dogecoin has just so much better chance of outperforming XRP. It's not even funny. Yeah, cat packs. Yeah. The cat packs. Yes, that's it. Will I host a party when we hit $1 millionaire? When we hit $1 since I'll be a millionaire? Yes, I am hosting a party, Sergio, in Boston. When Dogecoin hits $1. We won't know how long that's going to be, and there'll be an O-face as well. You. Finally, we will see the Kriss Pax O-face will happen. A Dollar Tree stock. I did not look at the Dollar Tree stock. What was it doing today? What was Dollar Tree doing? Ooh, it opened up big drop. And this is just at the market open. Down 20%. Ouch. Must have been bad news for the Dollar Tree. Are they getting close to like bankruptcy or something? I don't know. I haven't heard that. But that could always cause it, right? Some bit of news. But yeah, that's tough. What does this E down here mean? Earnings and revenue. Oh, they reported earnings. Yes, way down. Their revenue, I mean, it's a huge miss. Huge miss on their earnings revenue. Well, that'll do it. Hey, if Dollar Tree can't hit their earnings targets, we're definitely in a recession because people aren't buying the expensive goods. They usually then go to Dollar Tree. But if Dollar Tree can't even do it, oh my God, that's pretty tough. That's a big sign that we are in a recession for Dollar Tree dropping that much. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Low Roller. Government shutdown. Yeah, they come and go. They usually sign a last-minute resolution to fund the government for a number of months more. The Biden administration is not going to want the government shut down going into an election. Not going to do it. So I'm not worried about it. Yeah, we did on the monthly, when I did my September price prediction video, I showed September and how the September returns have been typically not a great month. Dollar Tree raised the price, no longer Dollar Tree brand anymore. Yeah, they've been doing that. I mean, inflation will cause that to happen, right? I mean, they have things for sale for $5 at the Dollar Tree. I mean, they got to do something, right? They can't have everything cost $1. They wouldn't have anything left to sell because nothing's $1 anymore. Yeah, we looked at this Dogecoin monthly chart here last time. And so last September, Dogecoin was down about 3%. 2022, it was trading pretty even. But the last time Doge had a good September was 2018, up 25% in 2018. So not meaning it can't happen, but generally September, not good, but October's good. We like October. So that's what we're targeting. As I've been saying for over a year, October 2024. Hey, Josh, how are you? People that used to be 5-cent, 10-cent stores. Yeah, there were. Cheap stuff, 5 cents, 10 cents. Yep. I didn't check some of these earlier chats here. So yeah, I saw this. Binance doesn't allow trading in the US. So which countries are people from who are making these high-level bets? Many of them are in Asia. Now, a lot of the Asians also use OKX and other exchanges, but many do trade on Binance as well. So there's big leverage trading there. So that's it, Jin. I'm already getting into the spooky season vibes because I want October to be here already. I know, Ryan, right? Yeah, Matic was suspended because it's now Paul. Today's the migration day from Matic to Paul. I didn't check my Robinhood wallet because I've got a little Matic in my Robinhood wallet, and it's supposed to automatically change over to Paul
because it's on the Polygon network. Well, it's still showing here. It's still Matic in my Robinhood. I'm in the Robinhood wallet, which is purple color, not green color. It's the Robinhood wallet. And I have 463 Matic tokens. But it hasn't converted over to Pol yet. But it's supposed to because it's on the Polygon network. Robinhood didn't make an announcement. Yeah, since I don't hold any Matic in on Robinhood, on the exchange, the Robinhood app, the green one, I don't know if there would have been an announcement made for those Matic holders. Maybe only the Matic holders got that announcement. I don't know. And whether they were going to do that conversion or not. I did hear Coinbase was going to do the conversion. What do I think of predictions of $4, $9, $10 for Doge? Crazy talk? Right now it is. I mean, Doge isn't even at 10 cents now. So way too early to be talking about huge prices like that. Let's get to $1 first. Can Doge even get to $1? Once Doge eclipses $1, then we can start talking about where Doge goes from there and what is causing Dogecoin to actually go to those prices. That's what we're waiting for. That utility, you know, it's like, come on, Elon, let's get Dogecoin for Tesla cars and Dogecoin on X Twitter. That's what we want to see. Department of Government Efficiency. That's it, JS. Doge. Doge will double in a couple months. Well, doubling only gets it to 20 cents. Is 20 cents acceptable? I think it's a start. But people would be, I don't know, Bitcoin's at 58,000, right? And you double the Bitcoin price. And you're over $100,000 of Bitcoin, which is going to be huge. But you double Dogecoin's price and you're not even at 20 cents, which we were just at the beginning of April. So what are you buying? Are you buying Bitcoin or you're buying Dogecoin on the dips? Radar and X said Kamala is using crypto donations. Yeah. She'll accept money. So what? Probably not going to get many in crypto. Who's going to be giving their crypto to the Harris campaign? They'll take money any way they can. Doesn't mean they support crypto. It's all about the money. When's Doge going to get to 50 cents? I don't think it's going to be in 2024, unless Elon integrates Doge onto X, which I don't see happening in the remainder of this year. So that's a 2025 thing, in my opinion. Yeah, and as well as Damien says, the market cap of Dogecoin would be so huge up at $10. I mean, it's so huge. That's a 100x from here. $10 Dogecoin at 100x. That's like, I mean, Dogecoin's market cap now is 14 billion. So that would be $1.4 trillion. $1.4 trillion Dogecoin market cap at $10, which is more than Bitcoin right now. So yeah, that's a lot. Should ask Cat Pax for his prediction. He left. He's mad at me. We've actually been fighting over my office chair. Because I sit in my office chair, then I get up, right? Go to the kitchen or something, and I come back and he's there. people still waiting Bitcoin at 100K. I know those huge million predictions are just, I think they're ridiculous. They're getting attention, but I mean, come on, really? We see the chop, we see the trading. Bitcoin will continue to trade. It's not going to get up to $1 million of Bitcoin. Not in the next 4 years. I mean, look, 10, 20 years out, who knows, right? But if Doge only doubles, I'd still be happy, but we want Moon. I call Doge doubling a start. It's just a start. I'm not ready to start taking profits at 20 cents. Now, if it gets to like mid 2025 and we're like looking at, is this bull market really all that it is? And it's not really going to have a big banana candle? Well, then we got to start thinking. But that is still a ways away. I see prices like that on TradingView, Ideas and News, in Robinhood once in a while. The side of my office chair has been shredded. I know, they with those claws, they can destroy pretty easily. Zach says 30-cent Doge, I'll be happy. I had been targeting 35 cents as resistance, long time resistance. But I mean, we've got to see what's going on. See what the news is that's causing the price to go up. Is it just following Bitcoin, or is Doge like zooming up on its own because of its own catalyst? Then I'll be a little more hesitant to take profits at lower prices. But hard to say right now. Doge is still under 10 cents. People say Bitcoin wouldn't hit $1,000, 10,000. Why not $1 million? I know, right? At this point, I think I think the retail traders have less impact on the cryptocurrency prices, except for like the new meme tokens, right? But the big cryptos aren't going to move like that, like they have before. There's too much institutional investing, particularly Bitcoin, that has those ETFs, and it's getting to be heavy, you know? I think it's just getting to be heavy, bigger market cap. That's why we charted like this law of diminishing returns, and that Bitcoin wouldn't be seeing the same percentage gains every 4 years. They get smaller and smaller as the market cap gets heavier and institutional trading has more of a percentage. People underestimated the power of Ponzi. Well, is it, or is it really a new technology? And we're getting in early on a new technology. And that technology just happens to be digital currencies. So part of it, you could say, yeah, kind of Ponzi-ish, but it's also investing in a new technology. And that's what I look at it as, is this is just a start. And we're early. Yeah, buy and hold, we're early. NFL season starts tomorrow night. And then Brazil on Friday. They're just trying to expand the market base for the NFL to different countries. I mean, the Patriots played in Germany last year. They didn't score any points. They got shut out. It was like 6-0, something ridiculous. Doesn't really do much to support the game of football when the game is so bad. But the teams in, I think it's the Eagles, right? Or one of the teams playing in Brazil. That should be a good game. Yeah, the Chiefs start tomorrow night with the kickoff game. They're still good. Not my Patriots, though. The Germany games are cool because you can watch it football as soon as you wake up. Yeah, they're on in the mornings. There was a whole thing attached to Mac Jones. They had to change. They had to get rid of him. Doesn't mean they're going to be any better. Tomorrow's jobs report could move things significantly. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it moving much. I mean, everybody's waiting for 2 weeks. Fed rate cuts. And like you say, yeah, the jobs reports are fictional as well. Yes, they pretty much are. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Mac's fault. They really messed him up. As soon as Josh McDaniels left to go coach the Raiders, lost the offensive coordinator. He was the one who was really pushing Mac his first year. The Patriots didn't do him well. Yeah, now he's backing up Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. What? Getting paid big money to sit on the bench. Cowboys? Really? Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Nope. Higher lows every 4 years. I will be taking profits this year. That's my plan. 2025, I'm taking profits on a lot of my crypto. Still my plan. Yes, Patriots will have a bad season. 0-17. They'll squeak out a game or two. I mean, they do have a good defense still. Nate, you're a Steelers fan. ETM says Jaguars, this is the year. Yeah, Jaguars could surprise a lot. Yeah, between CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, that's over half of the payroll. So they don't have much left to pay everybody else. Yeah, Nate, sorry, you don't have a great quarterback this year. Sorry, a little football talk here as the season is about to begin. On Friday, we'll do AMA, and we'll get into all that on Friday. We'll have a whole AMA section. People really like that. So we'll do that on Friday. Next live stream, we will get into all that. For now, I mean, what's Bitcoin going to do? Sitting here right around 58K. Are we going to see another big dip? Take out more leverage? Probably. I'll bet with these big green candles coming up today that there were some heavy leverage trades that are open now, which might have liquidations down here at 56, 55, high 55, somewhere down here. And they are going to drop it and flush out those liquidations because they can. That's the manipulation part. You can almost count on it. So if I was going to buy Bitcoin, I wouldn't be buying it at 58 right now. I think we've probably got 2 more weeks of this continued chop. And then we see what happens after FOMC. If FOMC ends up being a dud, we could see some more chop. I mean, we saw that last year. The chop continued into the middle of October last year. So we could see that again, as Jell was pointing out here. This was last year's chop. Went all the way to the middle of October. So this time, is this going to extend out the same amount to the middle of October? We shall see. We shall see about that. Okay, gang, that's what I've got for today. I'll be live again on Friday. We'll have a fun crypto session and also an AMA. Always a good time. Until then, we're looking at Dogecoin right now. Again, right around 9.8 cents. Hanging up here. Again, we had a big dip yesterday down to 9.3, 9.2. That's a gift. Will we see another one of those as well for Doge? We'll be watching that. I'll have a video coming out tomorrow, and then we'll be live on Friday. Hope you all can join in on the next live stream. Be sure to like, subscribe, join the channel. If you want to get some Dogecoin from me, I'll be giving it out. Top of the bull market. We'll see when that is. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.